Be a badass mimic, you know, a rug
That would be a pretty good mimic. Um,
or a loofah. Oh boy, in the shower waiting for you. Oh my God. Echo, here we come.
That is a whole level of nope.
the loofah mimic. That would be okay. I know how
Nope.
building things around. All right, so I know what your next adventure will be, but this adventure is going to be.
That was a good Caroline.
You're welcome.
So, okay, so Bash and Blodgett, I need you to make a scry check, which is funny because it's for you guys, it's basically an untrained skill, so it's your wisdom bonus, your intelligence bonus.
What kind of check?
Scry, S-C-R-Y. If you happen to have the skill, use it. If not, it's an untrained attempt. It's a
Blodgett didn't
D20.
do well at all.
Well, I rolled a 17, so I have a total of an 18. So
You did a
Okay.
lot better than me. I rolled
Bash is not smart.
I rolled a what? A what?
In that case, you wind up on YouTube.
Basically.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not gonna be one of those rolling nights where I roll low.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, he was overconfident and sloppy. Ben, you basically, Bash basically sees for a brief moment the face of a Gith Yankee looking at him just over his shoulder, and you're able to act nonchalantly long enough to get a good look at him. It does look to be a Gith Yankee. It does look to be Joel. I think can you mute yourself for a second, Joel?
Can I what now?
Mute yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to try something.
Let's see if it's the feedback isn't.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think that might be it. You're able, Bash. You're able to see just for a moment over your shoulder something that looks like a Gith Yankee, an old Gith Yankee wizard, who is almost laughing with glee because he's overconfident about spying on you. And you definitely see him for a moment, about just under a minute. But as soon as what are you going to do while you see him looking at you? I can't hear you.
Is he close enough that I can touch him?
He looks like he's maybe 2 or 3 feet away.
Okay, 2 or 3 feet away. I'm not that tall, but I think I can reach him. Can I grapple?
You can attempt to, yes, you can attempt to grapple.
I will attempt to grapple.
Okay. You attempt to grapple, and the spell is broken because he's not actually there. And you've disrupted the scry spell.
Okay, and Blodgett's with me right now?
The whole party is basically getting ready to go to the library.
Okay, I'll let them know we're being spied on by what appears to be an old, overconfident Githyanki wizard.
You should have flipped them off and said, "Hey, I got your fucking sword. Come and get it." By the way,
That
Vic,
would have been
the,
that would have been an
October-
appropriate response.
Yeah. I found it odd that John asked me to turn up the volume, like the gain of my microphone. I haven't changed it since last week, so maybe I should decrease it and see if it's better.
Je sais pas, man. I do not know.
Right now, it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay, how about now? Is that okay?
yeah, your sound is softer.
Here, I'll bring it up. Testing, 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 testing,
Yeah,
testing.
still good. Still good.
Okay, good.
I think the thing is when you have it that high, that's when the feedback occurs. Is the problem?
That's because the microphone is about 1 foot from the speaker.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yes, it
That
would.
That would definitely do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So currently, I believe you guys are going to head to the library.
Stables for. I thought the library. Okay. Stop that, Vic. Dr. Vic.
Keep remembering that one classic Trek episode. What's library?
Remember what episode that's from?
I'm just curious, Vic. Has anybody said we meet again?
Not yet.
Or yesterday's, I think it was. The library that had all the hollow discs where you can go back to different eras in time on the planet.
That was it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you guys end up at the southern section of the southern end of the high city. The Library of the Spheres is the name of the library, also known as the Library of Frun.
Wonder what our fucking late fees are. You lose a level per day.
That's a thought. What do they charge in late fees?
That's the question.
Is there anywhere else?
This is a
close
rock and
by
roll.
to
You
go?
don't want to know.
It's a long way to the top.
Is there like a coffee shop or a pub or something outside the library close by?
There are several vendors outside the library. This is basically the meeting of the high city and low city, and there are no giant walls and gates in this area, unlike most of the other connections between the high city and the low city. So, yeah, this particular area right here is ripe with vendors, and like this is the area that you're in. So the arena is over here to the west of you, and the high city is just north, the noble estates. And so this is the Library of the Spheres. And so yes, there are some good vendors here.
So the
It's
high
really
city
good, really good quality stuff. It's not the shit you get down in the lower half of the city.
gated community. Is that what I'm hearing?
Very.
So does anybody else want to go shopping with me through this kind of white people's neighborhood instead of going in the library?
Schroeder's
You also
I
have a
think someone
hoa.
should.
You know, maybe keep an eye out for any wizards or anybody spying on us. Maybe just kind of be erratic in our behavior, but polite, just to throw them off the scent of what we're doing.
Yeah, I was looking for some lingerie actually.
Roger
There
will
you
go
go.
with
Exactly.
Roger will go with you, but I'll be invisible.
That sounds great. Yeah, I like having the element of surprise too, in case they try to pull something.
Yeah, if I wear a blouse, people will never suspect I can shoot arrows very well.
True story.
Hey, that's why I wear armored underwear.
Yeah.
Yes, he's wearing a bikini, so yeah.
You also
I
get
mean, I have a cloak. I have a cloak over top of it. But
Right, but you can't wear any other armor or clothing above it,
Mm.
except for the cloak.
right. I mean, in my mind, my first move when I pull my sword is to throw back my cloak and reveal my bra and panties.
Yep. Yep.
So Vic, if you just wear like hard plate but only over your genitalia, does that count as full plate or what's the Curious.
For
but,
women, it does. For men, it doesn't. Apparently,
Okay.
It's not my rules. It's Gary Gygax.
Yeah. This is all very, it's canon for cartoons and comic strips.
No, the bikini thing is only for the armor that Ben has stolen from the wizardess's staff. Basically, it's the wizardess Zagagi's special armor for her lieutenants. And that's other than that, no, that is not a normal thing.
I say Ogloff is just filling my mind right now. Just
That's because it's straight out of Ogloff. Yeah,
Yeah,
straight out of Thompson, straight out of Ogloff. Yes.
I wouldn't use
A
the
lot of
word
this campaign
stolen.
is
I would
straight
say
out
I
of Ogloff.
acquired.
A disturbingly high amount of this campaign is straight out of Ogloff.
I would say that's absolutely true.
it's the Sex Gladiator games.
Okay. You guys come up to the library. The entrance to the Library of the Spheres is a grand affair, sculpted from gargantuan pearls, dragon bones. The entrance, the doorway itself, is the head of a Tyrannasaurus Rex, split open with each side reversed, so that it looks at people from both sides. And you can actually feel the T-Rex gazing at you as you enter the library.
So the eyes follow you.
No, they don't. They don't. You're looking at them. They do not appear to follow you. But yet somehow they do. You feel as if you're being looked at. At the
In
end,
a loving and really upsetting way.
very true. At the end of the shining marble foyer, sorry, is a huge ultra-mahogany desk, and perched at the top is a mind flayer wearing subdued robes and a monocle. Oh, sorry, and glasses. A plaque about 8 feet high off the ground, just below him, says Dr. Tenaculous, head librarian. You can see behind him and just above him is a large poster that says, "Knowledge is power, power corrupts, study hard, be evil." And there's
Nice.
a large tip jar next to him that says, "Brains accepted."
Wow.
Where are LJ and Lev at? Because I feel like they should pull out a head and just dump a couple in there.
They're definitely with the party, but
And you know they would.
do you guys? Yeah, you guys do have some spare heads.
Yeah.
We
So
do.
brains are deposited as a tip. We're an appreciative customer base.
There's a lot of people I would love to take this library to.
He looks down at you and says, yeah, as you walk in, before you drop off the brains, he says, "Welcome to the Library of the Spheres. Have any of you," and he looks at the Knoll, Frederick, "ever actually been to a library before? The first rule is silence. Complete silence is required, so that we do not disturb the books. Like the dead, they need their rest. The second rule of the library is that any questions shall be asked at the information desk, which is here. It is only here that you shall get information about the information that you are seeking. You are seeking information, are you not?" Good.
Roderick asks, do you have a children's section?
Sorry. He ignores it. "Despite the library's name, we do not have a fun section. It is the Library of Frun, you understand. If you wish to enter the entertainment section of the library, as I imagine you bards and gnolls may go to, you must be certain that there is no music or singing to be done in that section, regardless of what the books tell you to do. Be strong in your resilience, harden your will, do not heed the books." He sits back and says, if you need access to the crafts section, heed the warnings at the top of the entrance to the crafts section. We had someone attempt the 6th way with a 5-way scarf last month, and it became messy. Do not attempt the 6th way. Otherwise, enjoy the craft section. If you need access to the restricted section, it would require a word from your patron. The restricted section is restricted for reasons that would drive your mortal minds mad. Mad, I tell you! We must be extremely careful in that section and wear gloves at all times. He looks basically at all of you at this point. The books in that section are a bit dangerous. Other than that, enjoy your day. Quietly enjoy your day.
Incoming.
Okay.
I'm going to ask where the craft section is.
He points the tentacle down the hall to the left. Oh, and this is a view of the library itself.
Oh,
Kick ass looking.
that is beautiful.
I mean, seriously. But yeah, that is the.
Dear God.
He looks down at you. He looks down at you and says, "The children's section is that way."
And please bathe first.
Brandon, welcome. You guys are at the library.
Sweet.
Dr. Tenaculous, the librarian, has just finished introducing the library to you all. I'll go ahead and post what he stated into the chat so you can see it as well. Lodge it and
Yeah, no talking in the library on a serious level. Any questions must be asked at the information desk.
Okay.
Also, we were visited by a Githyanki wizard. Bash saw him. Bash and a few members of the party are now outside in the market buying or shopping for random things to throw him off our scent. And just to gather information, and because Bash doesn't like books.
Oh, and there's a tip jar for brains. We were going to use a couple of the heads we had on hand.
Yeah, so you need to probably subtract 3 or 4 of our heads.
yeah, when you put some brains into the tip jar, you can see him smile beneath his tentacles.
Yeah, we're lining right up there. He's got lunch for the day.
I'm going to ask him, pardon me, do you have any suggestions on books for enhancing sentient sourdough?
I don't believe a living creature has asked me that before.
I'll answer.
Crafts. Aisle 12 F. Level 2.
Thank you. I'm content with being remarkable for at least 5 seconds.
Carlos will
Just
ask
gotta
where,
just-
what are we looking for here?
I have no idea what anybody else is looking for. I'm taking care of my own interests.
Okay.
The torque of command.
Oh yeah, Carlos is going to ask if there's anything. The hell is the torque of command, anyways?
You don't know, but it's spelled in the way that it would be a crown, like a torque.
Hmm.
That's TORQUE.
Yeah. That's all Celtic.
I always heard it as TORC, but okay. Q is fine.
TORC is acceptable. TORQ, TORQUE, all are acceptable.
They're funny, twisty, wiry things. You can actually.
The Forcanata of command.
Yeah. You can talk them out of anything. Carlos will ask if they have anything about legendary magic items.
Fantastical tales of magic. Most of section R7, level 3.
Carlos will head off that way.
Lev is going to ask about books about history of the Rock of Brawl. Most specifically, the previous period of time where the Rock of Brawl was aligned with the Star Formalhaut to send ancient evils back to whence they came.
He looks down at you for a moment and says, "Oh, you are for ancient history. For that, you shall have to go back into section 22BZ,
Very well.
level 3.
Purple 7.
Check.
Rook, the Queen 7.
All right, so you guys are beginning to wander through the library looking for different things. Frida, Garlos, and Lev, give me a search check.
Put things.
John, you can also supplement that by bardic knowledge. If you get a 10 or higher on bardic knowledge, you can add a +2.
Okay.
That's Frederick's actual action.
28.
Okay, Joel, give me a search check as well.
No.
Okay.
See my searches. Search. Plus 12. Good. Okay.
Can you give me a skill that you think might be workable? Yeah, you can try that. Garlos rolled a 1. He ends up getting stuck reading old copies of High Lifes.
What, highlighters for children?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, Goofus and Gallant, the fucking.
Yep. And the Tiratos. It was the Tiratos that always caught Carlos's attention. It was that family of dryads.
Yeah, you get stuck on the find a picture puzzle, or find the images in the puzzle. Horticultural aggression and werebread. Rye lycanthropy.
I think it should be, yes, right.
Lycanthropy? Oh God.
It
Brad
needs to
had
be
just joined us. Holy shit. Okay.
lycanthropy, yes.
Lycanthropy. Excellent.
Yeah, that's what you find.
Most excellent. I shall begin reading.
Werebread. It's actually a Pop-Tart.
Probably find a nice comfortable seat. I'm sure there are sections to lay things out carefully to read. I'll take the books over there to do so. Also, so if other members of the team want to find me, there's a chance of it.
Remember not to sing.
I'm pretty good about that.
Just being unhelpful. It's a hell of a day in the neighborhood. It's a hell of a day for a neighbor. Should be fun. Should be my favorite enemy.
Why is it earworms are so prevalent when you have to be quiet?
Didn't say he didn't say anything about laughing out loud maniacally.
I really hope you're not going to test the mind flayer.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, if someone was kicked out of the library.
He's got a watch and a vest. You have to respect that.
I know. Didn't say that was what my character was gonna do. It's just something that Frodrick does not stand for very well, is being talked down to.
Carlos is actually used to it. It's one of the things he loves to turn about on the others.
What did you move on?
Frida is probably happily taking copious notes and is happy as a lark.
Damn, that's a cool looking library.
I love
Really
it.
love that. God, yeah.
It's beautiful.
I'd love to have a wing like that in my mansion.
Who wouldn't?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, Neanderthals wouldn't, but yeah, I can appreciate it.
It is lovely. I have a girlfriend who's actually building a house with an actual library, and she's actually setting the whole thing up on the Dewey Decimal System.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
I know, and she's making a card catalog into an end table.
Oh, that's nice.
Message for you,
Yes.
students.
Caroline, does she like to take a new book and like snip the pages, like put the book right up and like inhale it like knowledge?
We absolutely talk about that kind of thing all the time. It's like this new book smell, how new books from this time period smell different from new books in the 90s. I mean, you bet.
Yeah, I'm a total book sniffer. I thought I was like one of the few, but yeah,
You're not the only one. You're not.
Okay, just check it.
And there are some books where you're pulling them out, and I have a thing too that if I find a really cool book, but if it smells really musty, oof. But there are ways to deal with that. So
Well, it's not it's like the newer books that have like the clay, the really high quality paper, and I just stick my nose right in the spine of it, like between two boobs or something like that. You know.
Did
and
y'all
it's
see
like,
the
oh
fourth
my God.
wing? The book, The Fourth Wing, and what it looked like?
This was not a conversation to listen to halfway.
Watch how fast Suzanne changes.
No, I want to know if you've seen that book.
When you get Frederick, just stop motorboating the books.
Oh my god.
Because I'm gonna say it's orgasmic, the book is, so just to look at it, it's beautiful. Have you seen it? The Fourth Wing?
Good thing y'all can't see my hands right now.
You don't even know. I'm gonna send it to you.
You said what to us? I'm scared. You said don't see shit to us. Oh my God.
I'm gonna tell you where to see it, but
Okay, please. Yeah. I'm talking about geek books now, not actual, like adult entertainment or whatever.
this is a geek book. It's about dragons.
Awesome.
For you, Ben.
Message for you.
I know. I see it.
Yeah, I'm looking at
I remember when going to the main half price felt like this.
Are you talking about when it was across the street from?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It had that
Good one.
ship.
Yeah, when it looked like a
Yeah,
ship.
I remember that.
That
Yeah.
was
Yep.
cool.
God, I miss that place.
The Frederick and Lev find that when you basically the only way to get more information about it is to go back to the mind flayer, and he tells you that possibly there might be something in the restricted section, but you will need to get a word from your patron. Whoever gave you those tokens will need to ensure that you are of a level of. Basically, they need to vouch for you going to the restricted section.
You could also shove them up your ass. Maybe that would work. Thought.
I'm gonna start pretending I don't know you people.
Maybe you just drop some more heads into the tip jar. Maybe crack the heads open first this time and get the brains out so he doesn't have to do that himself.
Damn.
Our morals here seem a little bit fluid.
Yes.
Huh. Encircled by a speaking spell.
I rolled a 1.
That definitely has a level of wow.
Yeah, you're like sitting there going, pop-up books. Oh shit, this is so 3D.
It's gonna be really sad if I'm the only one who gets something out of the library.
Well, the issue is our acquiring of the library passes was a mostly transactional affair. And I would rather not be back in their debt for any reason. Is there any other way to get into the restricted section?
Lots of arrows.
Well, actually, there's a way we could get into it. We could have one of their, you turned.
There are sure ways to get into it, but
Well, no,
I'd
I
rather
mean, you
not
turned,
get kicked out of the library by the end of this.
it's
Out of the
fucking,
Yeah.
the Borgia hobbits. You turned some of their ancestors down in the tombs.
Yeah.
You control them.
Oh my
We
god.
could
All you need is a magic mouth on one of them to go up and tell them they need to stop fighting and also need to do this for us, to repent from their sins and to atone for what they've done to each other.
Well, by now the turning has yeah, and they're just
Well, Shucky Dards, I guess you're too low level to do it again.
we could literally just go back to the hobbits and be like, hey, you guys didn't tell us we needed a special pass to go to the restricted section, and that's why we need this thing.
Well,
If you don't want us to go,
let's let their relatives do it. It's much more impressive that way.
how long does controlling undead with turning last, and are they still capable of speech?
Technically, depending on the undead they are, whites are possibly capable of speech. But trying to convince somebody that a white is talking to them in normal tongue is a masterful work of art, and they would have to have an excessive level of stupidity.
Can you do magic mouth?
Which you doubt that they have.
Great.
Magic mouth works.
Magic mouth would make them speak, yes.
Yes.
Convincing the bourgeoisie hobbits that was actually their ancestors and not some idiot wizard.
Well, no, they're going to be in their clothing from their graves. It's like, it's them. And, do this or I will touch you.
What? Sorry, Suzanne, is it The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarrow?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm showing Barnes Nobles for $27.
Yeah, that's not the first edition. They're
Oh.
sold out all over the United States, unless you can find some side store that has them. They have.
All right,
black
Brandon.
edges.
So is Lev trying to talk his way in by telling him that there's that you're trying not to get the hobbits involved?
Yes.
Okay.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. I had to do it.
No. We're taking the hobbits away from Isengard.
Victor, after I get everything I can from the Lycanthropy, I'm going to go back up to the information desk and ask him for some good basic books on chemical know-how.
Let's make explosives.
Victor, I sent you a
I-
follow-up question in chat too, by the way.
I got it. I answered it and added more. Okay, Lev.
Because we're kind
Give
of
me-
we're kind of on like
Yeah,
important
give me a
business.
diplomacy roll from Lev directly.
Okay.
It's at -2 because he still doesn't like your companion.
Well, great. I'm gonna try and talk to him about, like, we kind of need to repeat some of these, actions of prophecy that I was talking about earlier. And it's kind of imperative to the survival of our planet and everything, and I'd just rather not go on another little bread run for a bunch of snooty halflings. Diplomacy. 17 with the -2.
Okay.
There are a few more heads in the kitty. You want to make it work?
Are you going to toss more heads in the kitty?
Please.
I put 2 R's in Jurassic. Shame on me.
Brandon, that was a question to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Are you going to toss some more heads in the tip jar? You see the tip jar is already empty.
Do it.
Yeah,
Just give him more head. It's okay.
I'll give him all the head he wants.
All right.
This is a jelly.
He looks at you for a moment and he says, well, we do have a tour section. If you wish to take a tour of the restricted section, you could possibly end up in there.
I would be delighted to stay for a tour.
That sounds like a thing that could be arranged. Gabriella. He flickers a hand and how would that present itself without trying to scare manifest? A flurry of books and pieces of bits of paper arrives next to you, next to Lev, and he says, "Take this mutant pixie to the restricted section for a tour. He wishes to see some things there."
Hooray.
Mortal minds are not yet ready to accept.
Oh, Frederick, you have. Wait, who among the group? So that'd be Frederick and Lev, Garlos, and LJ. Who among them can see invisible or ethereal?
Invisible what?
Invisible or ethereal.
I can. I got a ring of ethereal
Right.
seeing.
I couldn't think if anyone else could though. I don't think anyone else can. Okay. Joel, Frederick, give me a
Sobriety check?
No. Something you can pass. Give me a shit. Where did it go?
Glasses.
Fortitude save. DC 18.
All right.
Oh, right.
All right. Jiggity. 4-2. Yeah. Is it a poison of any kind?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so. It's going to be. What happens?
Okay, good. Um,
You're devoured by rats.
Yay. Hot time.
the thing that comes down from the ceiling is a ghost. And because you can see it, you automatically have to make a presence save because it's a ghost, even though it's not attempting to frighten you directly.
Oh, in that case, if it's a ghost, I get plus 4 on that roll, so 27, because undead is a favorite enemy of mine now.
Okay. And when did you add undead?
When I hit 15th level ranger, you get your.
The pluses increase gradually though. You don't automatically get the same bonus against all favorite enemies. I thought we went over that.
Vic, would you? Okay, I'll go back and I will read it to you if you would like.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. So, going to the player's handbook. Excuse me. Player's handbook.
All right.
Favorite enemy.
Right. So while he's looking that up, Brandon, yes, you basically get to go to the restricted section under the care of a mobile group of pieces of paper.
A book elemental.
Essentially, that's what it appears to you.
Victor sent you a message.
I know, I got it replying, and it opens the restricted section and shows you in, and you're able to go and look at books in that area. Give me another search check. Thank you, John. The first half of this session has taken about half of a day, and left search is going to take the rest of the day.
25.
All right, I'll get you the information on that in just a moment.
Found it, Vic, and I will read it to you if you wish.
Yeah, please.
Okay. At first level, a ranger may select a type of creature from among those given in table 314. Ranger favorite enemies due to his extensive study, blah, blah, blah. The ranger gains a +2 bonus on bluff, listen, sense motive, spot, and survival checks. Oh, it doesn't say saving throws. That may be the problem. Likewise, he gets a +2 bonus on weapon damage against weapon rolls against such creatures. At 5th level, and every 5 levels above, 10th, 15th, which is pertinent here, this may select an additional favorite enemy from those given on the table. In addition, at each such interval, the bonus against any one favored enemy, including the one just selected, if so desired, increases by 2.
Okay. So it does increase.
So the way I read it,
from that verbiage, it sounds like it increases all of them at the same time.
It gives you an additional 2 points that I think you could shuffle them, but I'm fine with +4 versus giants, +5 versus evil outsiders, +4 versus undead.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Victor Manuel Pepper. But whatever, a ghost comes out of the ceiling regardless.
Got that. Got that. Okay. Lev. What is everyone going to be doing for the rest of the afternoon? Because it's going to take a good bit of time for Lev to finish searching through the restricted section on his little one-man tour.
Typing it in now.
Are there any maps of the city here?
Yes, that is actually one thing that there's quite a few of. Is
Well,
there's
I'm
maps
just
of
gonna kind of
the.
make his own notes and make him his own little sketch on a piece of paper of where everything is.
Okay.
So that I have an idea where we are going in case we ever have to make a quick exit.
Seems like a brilliant decision.
Yep.
Bludgeon has only died once in 3 years. Plus.
This is true, and I like to keep that score. Thanks.
I do too. I actually wish you hadn't died even once.
Thank you.
Yeah, but.
You know, spiders. What can you do?
Well, it was the poison gas from the golem. That was like, Jesus Christ, a DC of 37? Fuck. That was not even close to fair.
While we've been outside the library meandering, have we seen any other Githyanki? Like just regular Githyanki that aren't hiding?
Very few Githyanki hide. They don't tend to abide by just skullduggery and running around in shadows. They're very proud. They're basically the gay queens of the monster world. They're very proud. They're very out. They want everybody to know what they're doing and what they're doing, and that they look good.
They're clean. They're basically clean ones, from what I understand.
Yeah, so like I said, yeah, they're
Okay, I guess what I'm asking is
they dress very
I
nicely. They're like, "Hello, I'm here. I'm Githyanki, and we're better than you."
We killed them all during Pride Month.
Yeah, you did. That's very mean of you.
Shut that down.
Okay.
So I'm not finding a lot of Githyanki in this particular area, though, right?
Yankee or
No, you do see some. There's like 2 or 3, but it's not.
Okay.
This place is not. It is a high level, high class place. So mostly only people with money and a really good purpose are going to be here. A lot
Okay,
of
so
the
it's-
Yankee that you've seen in the past on the Rock of Brawl are like buccaneers.
They wanted us to gamble with
soldiers,
them.
a
Yeah.
few nobles. They're
Okay.
mostly in the lower and middle section.
Gotcha. Okay.
There are no Githyanki nobles who live on the rock.
What is security like here? Like are we seeing a lot of a security presence?
Anybody who has money has people.
Right.
Hold on one quick second.
There's a lot of casino grade cameras, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is like, obviously there's going to be security, but is it like, individual securities for families, or is it like there is a presence of, hey, we're kind of trying to keep particular people out?
I think they're trying to keep your stuff in. People don't steal it or whatever.
That's a fair point. Okay, you're gonna have to go out there because you're getting the camera equipment now.
I went to SMU one time years ago, and they had a book on Texas maps or something like that. that they insisted that they took it out of their archive and they said I had to keep it out in the open. Somebody had to watch me. The book could be gotten on Amazon for $17.
That's proper.
I was a little fucking insulted. But yeah, they can go to those extremes. I'm just saying.
Okay, so that's what you've got, Brandon.
Okay.
Awesome.
You can attempt to cast one, yes.
I'm kind of asking permission to do so in the restricted section with this book.
That's interesting.
Excuse me.
The
Wildlife.
the group of bits of paper gets close to you, very, very, very close to you. It says, no, 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 no.
Okay. Could I do it elsewhere in the library then? Because look at these pages here. This is pretty much exactly the book that I'm trying to find, but the exact information I'm trying to find has been ripped out. So would that be a thing I'm allowed to do out there?
It intimates that you can talk to the whatchamacallit. What you call him?
The Mind Flayer?
The head librarian.
Ooh.
Okay. I will make note of the title and place that I found it, to bring back to the librarian. While we're on the tour, is there anything else in particular that catches my eye?
No, it's been you've researched into everything that either caught your eye or that you could get your hands on, and it's been a good 6 hours, of looking through stuff in the restricted section to get to this point.
Damn it. For nothing.
Oh, I didn't state that directly, did I? Okay, it did insinuate that the Torque's final resting place was on the Rock of Brawl.
Okay.
But where on the Rock of Brawl is what you could not find.
So the Dunkin' Donuts.
Get a piece of the rock, man.
It's on Chucky's head. It's a pizza place.
I mean, it probably is somewhere lame.
The fuck is wrong with you, John?
I'm going to go back up to the information desk.
Okay.
Going to ask if I could, is there a good section for beginner's weaponry construction?
He looks at you kind of oddly and says, essentially the craft section. I mean, books on being a blacksmith.
More specifically, I want to make a handheld catapult.
Craft section.
Is there a specific part of the craft section, sir? I didn't see the.
Catapults, large and small, and you'd be looking at small. Section 7AA, level 1.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And Bash almost wants to come into the library just to dump a bunch of heads in this guy's tip jar for being so helpful.
I mean, we have a bunch of heads.
But don't get in there while looking at him. Head.
We give the best head ever.
You got lots
He's
of-
definitely not kicking you out anytime soon. It's like he's not. He does appreciate your patronage.
We do have a large supply of the coin of the realm here, apparently. The hell is wrong with us?
Although they're not very fresh, he has to admit. Seriously.
Yes, this is the coin exchange place that we have been looking for. Sorry,
Like
the exchange. Yes.
I don't know. I think it's wonderful that the head actually came in useful.
Finally, carrying it around long enough. Jesus Christ.
We need to find the head of Vecna now.
When we eventually leave, I need to get bigger glass jars.
They definitely would have some here. Blodgett, you now have a really good. You've had enough time to screw around. You've got a really good map of the upper and lower sections of the Rock of Brawl, and an understanding of the different parts of the major cities. So if you guys are looking for something in particular, you'd be able to figure out where it's at.
Excellent.
Do we know anything about the powers that this torque was supposed to have?
It's supposed to be able to command Fenris. You're trying to eat a star, the Fenris. The goal is to get Fenris. You use the torque of command to convince a god to eat a star. Yes. That is your current goal. That is your current process that you're looking for.
No big deal.
What the fuck is wrong with us?
Why don't we just start with the Skittles?
Hence why I'm in the craft section.
It all started once upon a time.
All right, Lev. um, let's make sure that I have this down correctly. I want to make sure that I understand something before I.
Yes, I'm a pixie, but I'm big. I don't think it's that difficult. The knoll put me on growth hormones.
He tells you that
And
you
lizard
can't.
steroids.
You can cast your legend lore in the information section, but that book can't come out of the restricted section, regrettably, based on everything about it.
What if I stand in the information section
Mm.
and I'm holding the book across the threshold to the restricted section?
Your arms would be roughly 215 feet long.
Okay. Maybe I could cast an enlarge spell on myself.
I'm saying a limited wish.
Okay, I can just sit in the little area and cast the spell.
Actually, sit in a little area, cast a limited wish to augment your legend lore so you can do it as if you were there. Combine it with a teleport to where you're actually not there, but the energy is expended.
Yeah, could I augment a limit? Could I use the limited wish to augment the legend lore to basically have the spell treated as though it were in my hands now, since it just was earlier?
Yes, you could.
Okay, cool. Then I will do that. And it will take me 1d4 times 10 minutes. 30 minutes.
Okay.
You get arrested for loitering.
Um, okay. I'm gonna have to write down what it is that you get, because it's a lot. So what else are you guys gonna do? Basically, at that point, actually, you've got to leave because the library's about to close.
I feel I've collected so much information.
You didn't tell me you were looking in the navigation section.
I mean, he's terribly upset about the timber toes.
Yeah. When were you looking in navigation? Ah, okay. I see. I see. I didn't see that you had written that. What are you searching for in the navigation section? The way you wrote that message, by the way, John, it made no sense. Just gonna tell you that. I read it, and I had no idea what the fuck you were talking about.
What'd you say?
Okay. Yes, you'd be able to. Yeah, you find stuff that helps you understand how the navigation in this realm works. So you can basically, when you have to navigate, you can do a better navigation roll. Okay, cool. All right, so you guys leave the library, and Bash has
Conducted
been,
ourselves with great aplomb.
Bash has been doing a bunch of research outside the library, and you guys have successfully fed the librarian, so everybody's happy. What are you guys going to be doing after that, though?
What time is it at this point?
It's about 6 in the afternoon, in the early evening.
Food is probably a good idea.
Yeah, why don't we regroup somewhere else to discuss our notes?
Okay.
I'd say we pick up food and drink and take it back to the ship and hide there. It's probably the safest place to go.
Yeah, see if our Marriott points count.
All right. Brandon, you had talked about doing a scry on Blas. Is that correct?
Or was it the Gish that he was grappling with?
It wasn't a Gish, it was the Githyanki High Priest, but yes.
Oh, okay. My bad.
The Gish are comparatively low-level fighting magic users. But Brandon, I didn't see it's AFK, but did you want to try to do the scry at this point?
Brandon, did you hear him? Brandon!
Brandon! We lost him.
Apparently.
Is lost the tide.
You can't have all the players all the time. All right. Anybody else want to do other stuff while you guys are back to the ship?
Glass jars.
Back to the chair.
You're looking to buy some glass jars, Caroline?
Yes, I am.
Okay, at this point, the market's pretty closed.
All right, I guess that'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, let me mark that.
So check to see if we can get a few kegs of wine and ale moved to the ship from one of the inns or bars.
Okay.
Added to ship supplies.
How about we convert some of our gold to cryptocurrency?
No, it's cryptid currency.
Oh, okay. I guess in the crypt.
Yeah, and you have carotid currency.
Wah.
I set myself up.
And there is, of course, the ever popular troll coin.
Old coin?
What's the troll coin?
It's kind of like Dogecoin, but for trolls.
Do we have a Cyclops coin? Otherwise known as No Man? Okay.
Missed that bit.
All right.
Well, if Garlos' suggestion is right, and that's where it's at, we're gonna have to piss off this entire floating island to get it, which is kind of awesome. And then we can take this floating island and park it in cabin pool.
Wouldn't be the first time.
All right, sorry about that. I needed to help Mom with something.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, we just want to piss this place off. We can torch another tavern.
Oh no, I come back to us having the talk about taking the island over again.
No, we're not doing it, kids.
We're here to rob it, not occupy it.
Where do we suppose that the MacGuffin
Okay, you're
is?
currently back at the. I've finished with that part. You're currently back at the ship. I was going to do the scry for Lev, who's going to scry on Blas.
No, he's going to scry on the
Githyanki priest.
the Githyanki priest that he went through with.
All right.
I scry on you.
I'm just going to post it in the main chat so that I don't deal with you rat bastards. But that's what you see when you are scrying. Give me a scry check, please.
I'm still not entirely sure what the hell a scry check is because it's a second
It's a
edition
skill.
thing.
Or it's not a skill.
Yeah, it's scry in third edition doesn't have a check. It's
Actually, it's a felony in Texas.
All right, sure.
I think it's a Class B misdemeanor.
Oh, what do you?
they just get a will save.
Yeah, they simplified it, and I really don't like the simplification.
Okay.
So basically, give me a spot check instead, or a search. Give me a search check.
Jeez.
How long does the scry last, by the way?
I'm sorry?
How long does the scry spell last?
Scry spell lasts for 16 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt, but my 7-year-old just pointed out that the snack trays, like with the crackers and the meats and the fancy cheeses, are just Lunchables for big people.
Yeah, we knew that.
We absolutely agree. That's what we call them too.
28.
Okay, fair enough.
Has he calculated how much of a ripoff it is?
I mean, that's a fact, especially if you try to buy them during the holiday seasons.
They're still tasty. It's very tempting.
You just end up getting a better deal if you set it up for yourself correctly.
Okay. Give me a spot check at this point. Oh, and is there anything else that you're looking for specifically?
23 on the spot check. I'm looking for any indication as to what plane they're on.
I'm looking for where Jimmy Hoffa
Okay.
disappeared to. He's probably here.
Give me a planar knowledge check.
Now that is up my alley.
All right.
28 plus 13, 41.
Okay.
Bloodshot eye fills your vision, and you realize a perspective of the universe that, while you cannot quite put into words, threatens to break your hold on what you consider reality. The scry spell ends.
In other words, stop looking. I don't know. I really like what Blodgett put up afterwards. So that happens. The spell enter exits, and it says BRB.
I was gonna say, so we take a bio break. Is that the strategy? Just
I think we should take a break at the moment. I could take a break for a moment if that works for everybody.
I'm good.
I'm okay with it.
Sure.
Yep.
I'll be back.
Okay. Awesome.
That's what you've got, Brandon.
Plane of Zoriat.
Also known as the Realm of Madness.
Oh no.
It's Orlando, Florida.
It's not Florida.
Sounds awful like Orlando.
Wait a minute. Borat. Holy shit, Borat. That was a movie that came out about that guy that pretended to be from another country and went through America and just like fucked with everyone endlessly.
Yep. That was me joking.
It is indeed. I shall read the header of these messages later.
It would be funny as hell if his actual name was Borat. Oh my god.
My Jesus Christ. Can you see the movie Borat?
The first one, not the second one, where Giuliani like defiles himself.
You know, the first one was hilarious. That was like in 2006, I think, or something like that.
Yep.
He is invited to that very fine southern house, and he has a prostitute come over or something like that, and they were they were upset. Called the police.
Why did you send him there, Victor?
Houston.
Worse.
Oh God,
No, Detroit.
Detroit's nice.
Are you still looking for Blas?
Yeah. Trying to figure out what plane he's on.
He's
Detroit.
written out. He's written out of the game for the moment.
I know, but like from the story perspective, Lev wouldn't.
You've got to keep scrying. Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
Lev would
And
not
from the
look
story
for him.
perspective, now you know where he's at. And this is what you get out of the legend lore. I'm gonna take it. I'll be right back.
That's incredibly potent coffee.
Oh my.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Sounds like American Idol.
Yeah, if anybody has a scoreboard, run. Not farewell.
I hate cryptic visions of prophecy.
Aren't they just so delightful?
I love that you think there's any other kind.
See, in commune with Nostradamus. This could be interesting.
And Aleister Crowley.
Aleister Crowley was absolutely a joke, especially the way he was mixing things. He did so much damage to the Wiccan faith. It's not even funny.
I'm talking about his Golden Dawn interpretations and so forth.
Knowing as much as I know now and the amount of bullshittery he put out there, it's a level of, dude, you were not held nearly enough responsible for what you did.
I can imagine.
Not denying that, but do as thou wilt. There is a certain truth to that.
There is a certain truth to that, but
That just sounds
there's
like
a
wilting.
lot that wasn't revealed as far as what the penalty would be.
Which one are we talking about, Carolyn?
I'm referring to the Golden Dawn and the fact that he was trying to cobble together information from Jewish magic into Wiccan magic and trying to make it Egyptian magic, and it was not. And just a lot. I've watched a lot of people go insane.
I've heard about that. So you're talking about he took the Kabbalah and then he tried to translate it into Egyptian pantheon terms.
He just tried to reinvent the wheel, and there are certain wheels that shouldn't be reinvented, yeah. Egyptian magic is nothing like Kabbalah, and you shouldn't try to mix the two.
You're not wrong that I mean, I personally believe that cut and pasting from other times and periods is not, I mean, it's good to be aware of it, but it's not good to hold to it as a absolute or even maybe something you should even try. That being said, I think he did, kind of like Freud, he did add a few interesting precepts to the idea of pagan magic.
See, but I haven't found any of them that actually end up being beneficial that weren't found in another more concrete and reliable source. Personally, I mean, did he have some interesting points? Certainly, but a lot of it was things where it's like, yeah, but you could find that information elsewhere without the absolute bombs he was setting in place, not unlike Silver Ravenwolf, who has put out all these books, and she has set up so many booby traps in her books that a lot of people don't know any better. And it's a level of possibly for her own entertainment.
I've read both of the authors. I understand what you're talking about. They do, like Silver Ravenwolf, actually, she brings up some good points, but both of those authors that you mentioned they themselves are a very good case for why you should read multiple authors.
I agree. I agree. Unfortunately, you do have the situation of a lot of people will only go to one source and will not question it.
Yeah, see that I just will not grok. I look at multiple authors, and most of them I have at least one or two disagreements with. Some I noticeably have less, but and I guess it also depends on how you interpret magic through how it changes or how it's relevant through time. You know, what worked in the 5th century BC and what works in the 21st century AD are probably not the same. It's not the same culture, not the same way of thinking, and so forth.
See, there's a dialogue you can have on that based on how much of it is not the same because we've been, for example, in America, ripped out of our roots and brought to a place where we have no connection to the land, that kind of thing. Okay, sorry, Victor's back. Esoteric discussion probably needs to stop.
Maybe, I don't know. Ask Vic. Vic, are we on break still or what?
Well, it depends. What the fuck are you talking about?
Victor,
We're having a discussion on magic and irresponsible authors.
That's a pretty good discussion. What do you got?
Oh, so far, tearing into Silver Raven Wolf and Aleister Crowley. Got anybody to contribute?
Uncle Al was not the kitty's pal.
yeah, I would not use Aleister Crowley as a absolute reference at all. I think some of the things it's more like Sigmund Freud, for instance. Okay, he had for his time period, he broke through a lot of cultural mores and belief systems. He was very revolutionary for his time, but that time was like 100 years ago.
Yeah, and you do make an interesting point there. However, you have lots of people still following very religiously with the Golden Dawn precepts. And as a jeweler, I run into a lot of it with people coming to me wanting to have things made where it's a, no, you don't want to have that made. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I can appreciate your predicament. I am not as what do they call pagan fundamentalist as a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pagan fundamentalist. That's an interesting concept.
well, that's what happens a lot of the times, that people that leave their whatever the belief system of their birth was or what they were brought up in, they tend to carry it over into whatever pagan or other pantheon that they go to. And people need to be aware of the filters and also the how their perception skews them. And
Oh,
most
that's
people are
true.
not willing to admit that.
That's true. And we do, and you can make a discussion on the fact of we have so much mixed ancestry now that we can touch a lot of different belief systems and pull in from those because of it.
I absolutely agree with that. That's why when people start talking about, well, you're misappropriating this culture or that culture, it's like, well, fuck you. I come from a lot of different ancestors.
Yeah, what's most important is that you're engaging with it in a respectful way.
It just also comes down to what might be acceptable in one group as anathema to another.
True.
And you could end up, it's that whole thing of, are you insulting your ancestors? That could catch you up.
These are
Okay.
excellent points. I wish more people were as cognizant as you and Brandon. And I'll let Victor go ahead and continue with the D&D game.
Yeah, we gotta finish this. All right.
Yeah, all right, we're going back to real magic.
Yes, I translated the legend lore for you.
Thank you. This makes a lot more sense.
All right. What do you guys want to do?
Was that a mind flayer? What were there? Not mind flayer, but beholder. Were there any distinctive features about him?
No.
He's just some random beholder.
Well, most beholders are not random. But this was also like from everything the book discussed and the timeline, essentially the beholder was going through the obelisks into wherever the thing was held, and the person who left was leaving, going up the set of stairs. Hold on. Do you relay this information to the group?
Yeah, of course.
John, give me a bardic knowledge check.
No, withhold it, please. Minds cannot handle it.
Yep. Okay. The description actually matches something that Garlos dug up, describing the first prince of the Rock of Brawl. An overly tall human with who's basically, you describe his features to Garlos, and he's like, I just looked at some pictures of that guy while I was, looking up history and not finding a damn thing about the stuff that we're looking at. But it is apparently the first prince of the Rock of Brawl that you saw in the legend lore, Brandon.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm. And as far as you guys know from because you've done a good bit of research today, the first prince of the Rock, no one knows actually how he died or where his body was left. He passed well over 500 years ago, and they do not know where exactly he's located.
That strong undead hit that Project got under that castle.
Maybe so.
I mean, I sort of bet if it's from 500 years ago and he was the first one, it's probably pretty deep.
Maybe we missed something in that crypt we were at. We should check there. I'm sure it would be fine. We'll just
we
be
didn't
lying
search
there.
everything we could have.
Look, I mean, all I'm saying is those whites came out of the caskets and we just left. Like, we didn't look in there.
Well, I mean, they were pretty old. Maybe we should go back and ask them if they were around when the first prince died and where he was buried.
Maybe one of them is our guy.
Well, I mean, I find that unlikely, but hey, maybe they're hobbits. Maybe they'll know something.
I don't think it's that old.
You also have a job that was suggested to you.
Yeah, I think our next order of business is to go to the Citadel and present the token to somebody who looks sort of in charge.
What's the token again?
It's basically the it's this platinum token that has a bunch of strange writing on it, and we were instructed to take it to the Citadel, show it to people there, and they would take us to somebody who's going to give us more details about the job.
Yes.
Or we could just run around this rock looking for really old tombs.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I mean, we could spend another hour shopping.
I still need those glass jars.
I mean, you know, we never do what Victor wants us to.
Do.
Do.
If you wish, okay, so it's the next day. You've gotten your spells back. If you wish to go shopping and do something else, you can.
Let's at least get the glass jar so we can take care of that. So I should do that on
Can
the
I,
way up
can
to
I
the
just
Citadel.
can I just produce glass jars from the Cloak of Commonality?
Not specific ones that she's looking for now.
Okay.
Have we looked into the property values and cost of living here?
No, you have not.
This is so 21st century Texas.
I mean, just in case our world falls.
You mean we get like rejected from Cabot Poll, which we're kind of on the verge of several times, but
I
You can
thought we
open a
already
nice
done that.
vacation home here.
ungrateful bastards.
I mean, this doesn't seem like a terrible place.
No, it does not.
Nice little
You
villa.
basically bought a thing in Capitol, got kicked out of the city, and then allowed back into the city, and then left the city of your own volition. So it's been quite the journey with your first hometown.
We're like a bunch of teenagers.
Maybe we should go find who's in charge and be like, "Hey, you got any like giants or just anything causing problems we can help you with for some real estate?"
Yeah, side quest. That's the ticket.
If only there was a job that he needed done.
Oh wait, I have an idea forming in my head.
Oh no. What is that from? That series, that BBC series?
That's from
Young Ones?
was it
God bless the
Time
king.
Bandits?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, master. But don't worry, it'll pass. It'll pass.
Weren't we asked if we could go ahead and deal with the big horrible thing that was hinted at underneath in the realms of the deep of this place?
Yep.
I'm sure they would give up real estate for that.
Imagine they would.
Actually, we must goad it into making a tactical mistake.
Thought we had to goad it into making muffins.
Try to get it to like put stuff on Etsy. That'll be its end.
No, regretsy.
All right. Any of the
Evil,
spells
that's
being cast in the morning? It is the next morning. Any of the spells that are going to be cast for the day.
What spells are you casting, Brandon?
A lot.
Please note, you can look into chat and you'll see the spells that Brandon is casting. He's casting
Oh,
spells for EJ,
sorry.
Bash, Garlos, Frodrick, casting some for himself, some more for Bash, etc.
I see now. Sorry.
Okey-dokey.
Oh, spells goes. Looks like Corey Everson.
You got Cat's Grace you're covering us with. Rita.
Since we apparently need it right now, sure.
Okay. All the spells you're going to cast before your morning souffle.
Seems a wee bit extreme, but okay.
Well, it lasts for a fairly long time, so.
Okay.
Let's say we get some glass jars going up and show the talisman to the people who are appropriate and see what happens next.
All right, Caroline, 30 gold pieces, you're able to get some glass jars.
Yay.
And you guys get down to the underside of the Rock of Brawl.
It's smelly and has lint there.
So in this section of the city, or of the rocks, city's on the other side, basically. Okay. Never does what I wanted to. All right, so the way this works out, and Blodgett has learned all this information, so he can tell you as you're going down. You've got the Citadel, which is the main military base, the core of the military on the rock. You've got the Naval Core, which is where all the ships, the military ships for the Rock of Brawl are located. And then there are fields. Fields and fields and fields. Very well tended, very well managed. These fields are tended by the prisoners who are in the prisoner barracks on the bottom half. Basically, anytime someone has a jail sentence, it means you go to the underside of the Rock of Brawl and you have to work down there until your sentence is over.
So you're gonna work on down under then.
Yes. These four things are called the veins, the giant starfish veins that the wings of a scintillating dragon that the Rock of Brawl uses to move through wild space. Slowly but surely, the rock travels through the expanses of wild space, which is why it's never in the same place twice. Okay.
So we got basically the residential and shopping on one side, agricultural, military on the other.
Yes. As soon as you come down to the underside of the rock, you notice there is a fairly strong military presence. There are definitely guards visible and who are looking at you every 100 feet or so. You see prisoners out on the fields working. You don't get very far before one of the guardsmen comes and asks you your business. He's one of the tall fish people, one of the sturgeons who tend to be the fish. You have the bassoids who are on the high cities, and of the fish people, the sturgeons are the more militaristic ones. One of the sturgeons comes up to you and he gives you a curt greeting and asks you your business down here on the bottom half of the rock.
Lev will produce the coin given to us by I believe it was Two Eyes.
Yes, it was given to you by Two Eyes. Yes.
We've been given a mission to help with a problem further down in the rock.
He salutes you, comes to full attention, says, "Follow me." He does not take the coin. He walks you up to the Citadel itself, says something in Ulutek to one of the other guards. You don't speak fish, so it's not immediately understandable.
He tells them that we have short penises, but we don't.
The other guard
Is it true?
looks at you guys fairly surprised and leads you up. The two of you, sorry, the party is led up upstairs to the top of the Citadel into a large glass domed room that overlooks the entire underside of the Rock of Brawl. There are drinks, different wines and exotic waters, and foods available. You are now being led about by a sergeant major surgeon, and he gets you to that area and points to one of the lieutenants and says, "Go and he basically points to one of the lieutenants and says something to him. The lieutenant snaps to and rushes off. And he asks you to have a seat and asks you if you'd like anything to eat or drink while you're down here.
Yes, the green tea matcha would actually be excellent.
Yes, tea would be lovely.
Okay. They basically they wine and dine you, supply you with suitable food, and then a tall sturgeon fishoid walks into the room, chest brimming with medals, giant stars upon his shoulders, and the other fishoids and human military personnel snap to, and one of the majors says, "Greetings, adventurers. May I introduce the Sturgeon General?"
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
bitch.
Oh my God.
We fire immediately. Randy, you're going to explode fireballs.
God damn it.
God damn it, Victor.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you and a half. Shit.
That was brilliant.
I was
Sturgeon
wondering if
General.
any of you were going to catch that before I hit it, but damn, that was worth
All
every
that
moment.
build up. The Sturgeon General. Shut up.
The fact that I wanted to smack you is an indication of how good that was.
Thank you very much.
So take my.
I know this is why Victor continues to do this online.
Oh my God.
The only reason I suffer you bastards is so I can inflict shit like that upon you.
Go to
This kind of-
Vic, I will be close to you. I'll be in physical range at some point in the near future. You just keep that in motherfucker. Okay.
Sleep with one eye open, Victor. We know where you live.
Oh yeah.
definitely
Now,
will.
guys, let's not carp on about it.
Oh my God. Next.
Because it's all about the bass.
We don't want to make a halibut after that out of this.
Uh,
I'm quitting this game.
my
You're just catfishing now.
shit list is growing. Just
Oh my God.
Get down off your high perch, mate.
fuck. Jesus Christ.
All right, the general tells you. The general is in a bit of a worry. He tells you that they're actually having some serious problems. Not on the surface of the underside, but on the maintenance levels here and below the city itself.
They're kind of floundering, would you say?
Yes, they absolutely are. Thank you.
You sons of bitches.
You can't beat them, join them.
Fuck you all. Jesus Christ.
He tells you basically guards, they can't send a maintenance team down there anymore, and I'll give you a better understanding of what he's talking about. So he pulls up a map of the rock, the side view of the Rock of Brawl. So there is a known, what would you call it? The known unknowns. There are most of the Rock of Brawl's under caverns have been gone through and looked at, and they know what's underneath there. Blodgett, you happen to know that there is an extensive amount of the underside of the Rock of Brawl that is still completely unknown. What he's telling you is basically anytime any group of maintenance workers that gets into the known Underdark or some of the caverns near the bottom of the top side or the top of the bottom side, anything near this area, people randomly go missing. They can't send a maintenance team down into this area or workers down into this area without multiple armed guards. And it's basically getting fairly dangerous. They have lost everything every time they have a group under 20 guards. It basically gets attacked, and they have not yet had any survivors to tell them what the fuck is going on. So they are very worried, and they don't have a good understanding of what's happening here. Yes, Joel.
Yeah, sorry, Rick. Yeah, so Frederick asked, what is the pattern of the wounds on the deceased?
We have not yet had any deceased to find the wounds that they have.
So they totally disappear, and there's
Yes.
absolutely no remnant of them. Okay.
He will tell you that he doesn't want this solved, and that he wants his 100 scalps because we are his inglorious bastards.
It's probably just some mother down there that feels like her babies are threatening,
My God.
tearing off.
Oh, that sounds like, what is it? The Devil in the Dark from Star Trek. Silicon-based Horda.
If you're a filthy Horda.
Sounds like we're going to be live bait.
Okay, so Bash will ask, and he'll be like, I want to be respectful of asking you this, General, but obviously you are a general and a military man. What makes you think that our party of 10 or so adventurers is better equipped than your army to deal with this threat?
We're not so much better as we're dumb enough.
We're more expendable.
It's just kind of a crappy situation.
And secondly, what makes you think you can afford us?
Oh shit! I would not say that.
Well, okay. To the first part of your question, he says, "We are military personnel. You are not. You have ways different from ours. It is known that adventurers of all stripes have means of finding hidden treasures and things that do not want to be found.
Say no offense first.
That is why you were hired for this job. And second, I am not paying you.
Good God.
I'm a military man. I do not carry money. Lord Tam is paying you."
It's kind of like that old adage about the Germans talking about the Americans. War is chaos, and the American Army practices chaos on a daily basis. That's why they're so good at it.
It's hard to predict the Americans because even the Americans don't know what they're doing.
Yes. Like you can't predict us because we don't even know what we're doing, and we do that so well. Sometimes we do it in an extraordinary fashion that is mind-boggling for everyone, including us.
True.
You're not wrong, John. You're not wrong.
So yeah, that's why you have been hired, and your reward will be coming from Lord Tam.
I guess we need to go talk to Lord Tam then.
He's like, "You're not going to go talk to Lord Tam." What do you have an actual question?
My question is, again, I don't see why we're better equipped at this. But that's okay.
He says, if you guys don't think you're up to this, then give me back the token. We'll find somebody who is. But we need to get this solved. Like, if you guys want to step out, that's cool. Also, get the fuck off the rock if you guys are stepping out on this, because it's a dangerous thing to turn down the thing from Lord Tam. He will kill you. But whatever works.
Hence the question: what is he willing to give us before we go down there?
That's not the question that was asked. Is that the question you're asking?
Roderick does. It's in the chat.
Okay. What equipment can you? He looks at you guys and says, "Do you need some really good +1 swords? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, we're a military base. What are we gonna give you that you don't have?"
How he said
kind of equip them on a major base.
We'll give you a whole bunch of arrows. You see,
he said
no will suffice.
No, he said any party less than 20 gets attacked or disappears. So give us
any
40
group of military guys less than 20
Actually,
gets attacked.
I do have.
give us 40.
I'm sending 3rd and 5th level guys down here.
I have
a
an
party
actual
of
serious
5th level
question.
characters is going into this dungeon and dying.
I have an actual serious question. Can you send us with a stone of sending so that we can keep in touch with you and let you know what is actually down there in the event that we don't come back?
He looks at his major and says, "Major, that is a good idea."
Carlos licks his lips and says, "Oh, that sounds fucking lovely, now, doesn't it?"
We have those from time to time.
Finn, the prodigal son, has returned.
How about you just give us 40 troops?
You mean
Oh,
Captain?
no, don't get in the way.
Flesh.
That's
Serious?
exactly what I want them to do. I want them to get in the way of us and whatever's down there.
No, they'll. It's like herding mops.
Don't worry about it. Brandon will just raise our army of undead.
I mean, he looks at you. You already have what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, 7 hanger-ons. Like, what? Do you need more?
Actually, Victor, we'd like to get into wargaming.
I mean, at this point, you're getting close. You've got 7 NPCs that wander around with you in your party right now.
I mean, at what point has this party not gone out and tried to recruit an army? On which mission did we not do that at the very beginning?
Okay, that is a legitimate point. However, he's not sending more soldiers with you. He's definitely not going to do that. You guys are a special group hired by Lord Tam. You're already a group of what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 6 plus 7, 13 people. With an insanely weird dog and animals hanging on your bodies. You guys are fine.
Like Scooby-Doo? Okay.
It
Did
will
I
take
hear-
a couple of hours for him to get a stone of sending, but you will be provided with one, and Major Drong will be on the other end of it, and will connect with you. You will connect with him, and if you do not report back to him, he will attempt to connect with you.
I like how this
Okay,
guy
perfect.
is a true to form general who's just like looks at us and is like, "Oh no, you guys are totally equipped to do this. You guys are good. There's nothing to worry about. You guys are fine. You're
So-
fine."
In the event that
Exactly.
in the event that we do return, we solve the problem, we kill the monster. What does the reward look like?
That's a good question.
He says Lord Tam has authorized 20,000 gold pieces per person who returns.
That's reasonably equitable. I'd say
What?
go that.
Fantastic.
Did he actually say that Lord Tam would kill us if we refused? Was that a threat that I heard?
It was not a threat. He simply said that it is mortally dangerous to refuse one of Lord Tam's requests at this point. Yeah, basically he said he would kill you.
Well, it sounds to me
He
like
didn't
Lord
come out and say
Tam
he would
does
kill
not
you.
know us very well.
He
You
didn't come
know,
out and say he would kill you. He just said you should probably leave if you don't want to take this job.
We've got to wait. We've got custom orders. Come on, kids.
I
We're
was gonna say, if we're able to take on these motherfuckers, or something, I don't think Tam should be threatening us in any way.
And Tam himself did not threaten you.
It's just sort of an explanation of the way things go.
Okay. Yeah, that's the other thing.
But further to your point, and in all fairness, this is just how aristocrats tend to roll in this game. They seem to think that they can do whatever they want and don't realize that we can turn into trees and shit.
Well, you
Ben, you can just remove the in this game part, and it's still true.
Pretty much.
That is also true, but I wasn't going to be that dark.
It's like basically you guys are getting a job, a command job from Putin, and you can either take it or you can leave Russia.
Or you find a window to fall out of, comrade. It is long drop.
I am pretty sure we have faced things more dangerous than Lord Tam.
No, actually, you haven't yet.
Fuck you.
Are you talking Lord Tam as in Red Wizard Lord Tam?
As in Shadow Dragons and Kurgoth Hellspawn? Bullshit.
Come on, guys. We were already planning on going down there. I don't think.
Yeah, we are. I'm not saying any of this out loud. I'm just saying bullshit.
Okay.
And that was a couple of levels ago.
Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. All right. So basically, in a couple of hours, the major gets you a sending stone. He has the other sending stone. You're given a path to an escort. You're given an escort to about halfway down into the under caverns. When you're going down in that area, like the first several levels are very well designed, very well paved. The work is really nicely done. After a while, it turns into more of a dungeon crawl type area. Flagged paved stones, not closely set, a little more difficult, a little more noisy.
I think we should Blair Witch this shit. That sounds like a great idea.
Look up sending stone, and it'll tell you how frequently you can use them. So basically, you get to about here, and any questions or things that you want to do before then or at that point?
When we were in the lower levels, were there any workers at that point?
In the first few levels, yes, there are several workers in the first few levels.
Do they have a union?
They're prisoners.
Okay, so they got bigger problems. Obviously, they're exploited. Okay. Not cool. We're working
Yes,
for the
they're
bad
exploited.
guys.
Dotovars, they're proletariat.
Oh, great. We're in New Jersey. Fantastic.
Okay. Checking the stonework and geology. This asteroid is incredibly old, and you can tell the stonework has been done by different types of people. The first few levels probably done by a mixture of dwarves and gnomes. When you're getting into the lower levels, Joel, you're betting it was probably shoddy enough work to be done by humans. You see some piece, and it's not consistent. You see some that are definitely done by other races. It's not all. Yeah, once you get past the first few levels, it's no longer dwarven work. It's that crappy human stuff. You get to about, as I said, you get to about this area, this section level here, and the party of people bringing you there basically is like, hey, we're gonna go back to our jobs and leave you guys to die here. So, talk to you later.
All right. See you around.
What do you guys want to do?
Okay. You sure you don't want to join us? We've got a few. We've got a few pretty powerful +1 swords.
They're like, yeah, no, I've changed the sock drawer. Got to get that done. It's, wife was calling. Gotta,
Blah, blah, blah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so our mission is to find out what it is that is taking out their squads of up to 20 soldiers. Is that right?
That is right.
We are Project Live Bait. We go in and see what attacks us, and then we kill it all.
Yep.
Okay.
It's pretty
That sounds
fun.
about right.
Yeah, we've been doing this a bit for a minute.
It's about
Right.
attacking.
This
a
is
world
honestly
that didn't work
right
very
up our
well.
alley.
I'd say we just make sure we have things we need: rope,
Yeah, we're good.
all those good things.
We just need to find a target, and it'll come looking for us. So I think we'll be in a target-rich environment.
We've rested. Do we have a chance to go ahead and, oh, I don't know, level up on spells or anything? Probably not.
We've buffed already.
All
Yeah,
right,
you've
already buffed up your spells.
all right, we buffed.
Okay. I will, let's see here. Wait for a moment until we actually get into the dungeon.
You know, Garlis to fire up a tune while we walk in.
Yeah, some AC/DC is a long way to the top would be good.
I was thinking the Rogers Rangers theme. One from the Revolutionary War. Murder, ye fucking heathens, will kill for any reason, onward for king and country and all his mercenaries.
I was thinking of always look on the bright light.
Nice.
I'm a Hessian with no oppression.
All right,
Joel,
Joel,
you said you were doing something.
Well, I was thinking about running some defensive spells or buff spells or something like that. But where is he leaving us at exactly? Is there like a cavern and there's a gateway that says "Do not fucking go here"? I mean, what does it look like?
It is a series. Basically, it's a series of caverns, fairly regular looking, that lead further down towards the known Underdark.
The known or the unknown Underdark?
Exactly.
Both then?
It's a sort of known unknown.
Are we going into the entrance that's lower or upper?
It's looking on this map. You're going up. Currently, your characters are standing with their heads towards the citadel and their feet towards this line because this is
Right.
the line of gravity.
It's the neutral gravity line. Okay,
Yes.
get
So
that.
you guys are going quote unquote down as you're going up towards the center of the asteroid.
That would explain why the floor is craggy on this map. Because it's actually the ceiling.
Right. Frederick, give me a tracking check, please.
Yes. Coming up.
I guess let's go about and look for bodies and stuff.
I find the body of Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh, that's what happened to their union.
Hell yeah. Let's see here, big. My tracking is actually still surprisingly good. Very good.
Is there any plant life down here?
Lichen, some fungus.
Fungus is dangerous to talk to. I learned that lesson.
Okay.
When did you learn that lesson? I don't doubt
Frederick
it.
is able to, with your tracking roll, actually give me a spot roll as well.
Okay. Spot roll. I don't know. Spot roll. Oh. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh no.
Joel, your tracking indicates that you find a few drag marks that lead you towards one of the caverns, not near the known Underdark caverns, but actually towards one of the caverns over in this area. Frederick is able to, by bits and pieces, because he's definitely seeing some drag marks, but not a lot of them. They're not consistent. But the drag marks lead towards this area in this direction. Frida, give me a spot check.
Got it.
Roll higher, please.
Hang on, I dropped my dice. I gotta go get another one. Give me a moment.
Roll even higher.
Roll higher than the floor. Got it. Oh, that'll do nicely. 19, and then trying to figure out where my what am I rolling again?
Spot. SPOT. Spot.
12. Okay, so 12 and 19.
31.
Okay. I thought for a second you had a total of 12, and I was like, that's not a really good roll.
That is a much better roll than Frederick. So you're basically telling Frederick, no, don't play that 5-year-old. This is what you're actually seeing.
I'll point out to him that he should pay attention to what his badger is indicating with his nose.
No, what happens is Frederick spots or Frederick sees the tracking on the ground, the dragging of the bodies, but they're intermittent. You guys get near the lower areas, and it's not a track that you spot, Frida. It is actually a upside down trap door. There is a trap door in the ceiling.
Better to drop down on top of you, my friends.
General Akbar, that's a trap.
So you guys are basically in this area over here, and that's where Frida, because of her spider eye, spots a trap door in the ceiling.
I will absolutely let the party know.
Okay.
Ha, I get a surprise. Haha, fuck you.
Manners. All right. What do you guys want to do about this ceiling trap door?
One word, bludgeon.
That's a word. That's definitely a word.
Budget says, at your service. You want me to crawl up in there?
Well, they want you to check it for traps first.
Totally.
Okay, checking for traps.
All right. Give me a checker ready.
31.
You can tell that the trap door is not trapped. Ironic.
Is it locked?
That it is not locked. It appears to be a push door.
Up?
It looks like you could push both directions. It's a cantilevered push door.
Oh, it slides? Or does
Yeah.
this?
The last one.
Oh. That's not good.
It wiggles.
It wiggles.
I
But
guess I'll go invisible and go up there and see what I see.
okay.
Spider climb and go up there.
Okay, good. That's a pretty good thing to use. It starts off as about a 5-foot wide trap door, and opens up very quickly to a 10-foot wide corridor, and then opens up even further to a 20-foot wide corridor. It is definitely a cavern, so it's not paved. It's not too rough though. It's seen a lot of wear over the years.
Do I see any dust, like footprints in the dust? Or is it clean?
It is it is comparatively clean. There's not a lot of hold on, let me say this correctly. It's not clean as in a there's like a humid, it's got a humid air to it. So it's like the walls are a little wet. It's very moist.
It's aroused.
And the you can see that the kind of floor itself, the center floor itself, is worn. There's not any dust that you would say, but you would definitely say that people have been walking or moving along this quite a bit.
Okay. I kind of go down, kind of stick my head down and say, this is a very well-traveled area. So, I don't know if you guys want to go this way or not.
Shall we be the next to travel it?
I don't know.
Let's roll.
All right.
Autobots. Let's
I'm
roll.
gonna toss a rope up to Blodgett to secure up there, so that we can climb up.
Okay.
This door trap thing seems like a very intelligent type of thing, though. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't seem like it's something from like undead or stupid monsters.
Yes, we can probably presume it was built by people and it's not a naturally occurring phenomenon.
Correct. Yeah, this is definitely not naturally occurring. All right. This is the quarter you find yourselves in. What is your party order? Your
Well, I'm
chat
just gonna
mass
bring us
of
the rear,
creatures.
and so is Carrot.
LJ in front, Lev in the middle.
Carlos hangs with Lev.
Project moves about 4.5 feet to the south.
Okay. What about Frida, Bash, the two evokers, the two clerics, the fighter?
The two
Mark.
evokers are going to be in front of Lev.
Bash, you know what? Bash and the other fighter should stay towards the rear, just in
That
case.
sounds good. There's less combat there. The other fighter actually likes to be up near the front because he's like, that's where people fight.
Oh, okay, fine. You know what? Fine. Let the other fighter be up front, and then we're gonna get attacked.
Yeah,
from the rear.
he can roll with LJ.
That works. No,
Okay.
that works.
Ben takes
Um,
it in.
Blodgett, where do you
Frida's
want
gonna be
the where do you want the two clerics to be? And Caroline, where do you want Frida to be?
Probably close to Carlos.
Cleric's gonna be in front of me.
Okay, so that puts
We should probably have the clerics split up, actually. One in front of the evokers and one where cleric 2 is.
okay. Thank you, Joel.
You're welcome.
Suzanne, is that cool?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cavern. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right. You guys are going down. You've got what?
I'm going to cast Stone Skin.
Okay. You cast Stone Skin. Okay. So got a Stone Skin and a Bark Skin going.
Got foreskin.
You've got okay. It's just the worst.
It sounds like Zag in the background.
His ghost haunts us.
Yeah, see. When he's not here, he's still here.
Wild.
You probably hear my husband's television.
Okay. As you're going forward, so the cavern, the cavern rock has sections that are incomplete. They're basically very small rifts in the cavern rock, maybe just 2 or 3 feet in width. As you continue forward,
I'm sorry. Pulls LJ about 40 feet forward, takes it up the ass. Rest of us are like, oh shit, LJ. Why did you do it?
man down. Double check.
Fired.
I'll deal with the rest of those in a second. LJ, you're a tiefling, so you have dark vision, yeah?
Correct.
Give me a spot check.
Contact front.
Nope. $27.
Okay. You can see the cavern off to this side over here is extremely dark, and the one directly to the south of you is the one that appropriately takes up the most of your attention. It is a 50-foot high cavern directly below you that contains the wreckage of a 54-foot long cargo vessel with a single mast called a cog. The ship appears to have been broken in half, the shattered bow aiming northward and the aft section leaning against the eastern wall.
Okay, I guess we'll go check it out.
Okay. Joel, give me a spot check.
I will advise Frederick to hang out at the junction he's currently at to keep an eye east.
Okay.
Make
Actually,
sure nothing comes at us.
7 feet south, east southeast, right around that crag. So I've got some hard cover from the east.
Oh, so
Like
you'd
here?
be at that corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, these are 10-foot squares, so that'd be like 15 feet.
Okay, all right.
Or 14 feet, sorry. All right.
And we are looking at this from like a top-down view,
Correct.
right? Okay,
Correct.
so we need to keep in mind that the ceiling is technically active as much as the floor.
And Joel, can you also give me a spot check, please?
Yes, I can do that. Let's see if I roll another one. Doesn't look like it. No. Okay, so spot is
And do you have dark vision or infravision as a knoll?
Are you fucking kidding? Dude, I've always had infravision.
Okay.
60 feet.
All right. You're fairly certain you can see some forms in the corners of this cavern up here.
Frederick holds up his hand like this, basically. His left hand stopped and then points in the direction of the creatures.
What are they?
I don't think we know.
It's sign language. I'm just saying,
Oh,
looks like contact with something.
Okay, the two evokers back the fuck up next to Lev.
get behind me, little ducklings.
Actually, if
They
Frida,
don't need to be told once.
yeah, Frida, if you've got the spider eye, maybe you can identify what's going on.
Well, we'll have to, if you're indicating to me I should come up closer so I can see, I will do so.
Garlos will move forward past Lev to be a shield for Lev.
And
The evokers, they thank you.
So I'm coming up closer. What do I see?
You see hundreds of glaring eyes throughout the passageway. Basically, you can see into that passageway more clearly than your compatriots. And you can see in this passageway, the ceiling is 15 foot high and is carved with hundreds of glaring eyes. They appear to be actually looking in every direction. Underneath the inside the cavern itself, and when you stop and look, they're gonna get up. You see some orogs.
Orogs?
Orog, O-R-O-G, an orog, essentially a space orc. You guys have run into them infrequently on the surface. They tend to be some of the less savory bits and pieces of the city. See if I can drag these guys all the way over. Can you make it? Yes.
They're part of a motorcycle gang, the 1%ers.
I'll try to communicate as quietly as possible, Orogs.
What do you think? Maybe toss some gold or some other kind of bribe towards them as a gesture?
Yeah, they're probably not going to take that.
Not going to take that, you think?
I don't know. We could try diplomacy with them. They're actually a sentient race.
Let's find out what they want. I'd like to know why.
Friend or foe?
Well, I'd like to know what their story is, why they're attacking people. Maybe they have a good reason or something like that.
It was Saturday. There wasn't a game on. They were bored.
Let can throw an exploding fireball.
Okay, so Frederick, what are you doing?
Frederick takes hard cover and motions to Lev, basically to try talking to them.
Okay. Lev will come forward a bit. Oh man, what language do you think they speak? Or should I just cast tongues?
Cast tongues, but I'd say they probably speak Orcish.
Well, I do speak Orc, so I'll try Orc first. I'll call out a greeting to them in Orcish.
Okay. The greeting to most of your ears sounds like an insult, but he says it anyway. The from the dark, Lev, you hear someone shout in Orcish. It sounds like a janky ass Orcish.
Like jive, orcish.
Someone shouts back, why do you risk your life coming here, and what do you wish to
Well,
give us in order to survive?
we're on a mission to discover what has been killing the soldiers from above that come here. There is no trace left of them, we hear, and there have been no survivors. For a gift, what would you like? Would you like food, weaponry, valuables,
Coin.
gems, coin?
I think Frederick speaks orcish as well. Yes, he does.
One of the orcs comes forth out of the darkness a little bit. You can see he's wearing a bucket helm that resembles a bulbous mind flare head with large glass-covered eye holes and tentacle-like breathing tubes.
Oh. I'm typing something, by the way, Victor, that Frederick's
I
doing.
believe
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, Brendan, 8th level.
Okay,
You said,
thanks.
sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat for a second.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I know you were handling stuff, so I put that in the chat.
There we go.
He says gold and plenty of it, and you can pass.
Frederick says
Okay.
in orcish, for even more gold, can you give us information?
He says, yes, we can.
Okay, agreed. Truce. Peace.
Gold.
Is 300 sufficient?
For each of us, yes.
For each of you. And how many of you are there?
10.
That's not too bad.
Let's give them 30 gold apiece.
No, that's going to start a fight.
That's fine. We'll win.
I'd rather keep my spell slots if I can.
We can rest afterwards. We're not that far in.
And
What?
also, it might behoove us to have somebody behind us who's interested in seeing us around again.
I was going to say,
But-
raise the price and ask them to guide us.
But if
3,000 gold is good.
If we pay them now, they're just going to want us to pay them again to leave.
We can always get our money back.
Then we kill them and get our money back. That's the problem.
That is a good point. We can't always get our money back. That is a good point.
Yeah.
And if we don't need to, then we've got allies.
I was going to say, refunds are a thing with this party if we need to.
Lev will become visible with a pouch of 3,000 gold and set it in like the entry-ish way into that little part of the cave they're in.
Okay, pretty much as soon as he becomes visible, they attack. One of them says, I told you they had money.
Oh, do they now?
Yeah, they also have fireballs. So,
all right. Frederick, you will get a simultaneous volley, a single shot off as they are throwing they throw little round things that look like a disc, but like a thick, like a big heavy. They look as if they would be a big heavy stone, but they sail through the air with ease, and then they explode when they get near you, or when they hit the ground.
like thunderstones or something like that.
not quite a thunderstone.
More like Semtex that's been hardened.
No, no, not like Simtex that's been hardened.
Well, we'll
Why
just
don't you try being quiet for a moment, and I'll tell you what it is. What they throw are these round things that look like large stones, but they sail through the air with comparative ease. When they land, they explode into a bunch of white bits of look like a bunch of white bits of string, about a 10-foot radius.
like
Double
a
check that, I think. Yes, 10-foot radius, and they throw. That would be
Not Willie Pete. I don't think so. It's not white phosphorus.
3 at Lev and 2 at Frederick.
If Carlos is action, he's going to attempt to move ahead of Lev to block.
See, Victor, this is why we don't do diplomacy that much.
That's a good reason. Honestly, a good reason. Okay. Okay. And then Frederick. Oh no, 3 of them. So
We roll initiative, Victor, I take it?
no, we're not rolling initiative. We're doing a surprise round. You had a volley that you fired. You have to tell me who you're shooting at, and I have a volley that I fired. This is the people who basically were waiting for combat to go get to
I am
take their action.
shooting at the
and then
next
do initiative.
orc ass that looks like he's ready to throw one of these things at us. Since the first one's been thrown. Who's next?
So you're shooting. No, Joel. As they're throwing, you're firing. Who are you
Okay.
firing at?
Who is firing? Who's throwing it at us? Will you
From
point
your point of view, everyone. I mean,
They're
there are
all
5
throwing
objects
these-
coming towards you, so no, you're going to have to pick targets.
You know what? In that case, Froderick's gonna back up 15 feet.
Okay. Okay.
Forget the attack roll.
I don't suppose Frida could have a surprise response.
Negative.
All right.
All right.
check.
You had not basically said I'm going to prepare to do X.
All right. fair enough.
That's the people who get to attack or do something at this moment.
I understand.
Frida and Frederick, each I need a reflex save from the 2 of you. Lev and Carlos, I need a reflex save from the 2 of you as well.
Oh no!
Rolling a lot of 13s today.
Okay.
Don't forget the Cat's Grace, which will give you a +2 to the reflex save.
Thank you. So
That will put me at 25.
I'm at 24.
27.
What you got, John? All right, the 4 of you are barely dodge in Lev's case. The Tangler grenades.
Yeah.
Initiative. Now it is initiative.
Yeah.
I already gave mine.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I gave mine.
24. I see your initiative now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make it invisible to everybody.
Oh, it's invisible to me. That's what counts.
Fuck me. Yeah, let's be nice to the space orcs. Ah, fuck that. Dicks.
We tried diplomacy. Diplomacy failed.
Oh, yeah.
We made a deal. They cheated. Light these fuckers up.
Well, there's another type of diplomacy that involves being punctured with arrows.
Looks like it's time for that refund.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know why a bunch of guys living in caves need gold.
That's a reasonable question.
They were basically waiting to see if you guys had any.
TV Shopper Network. They're addicted.
All right, Frederick, your move first, sir.
Okay, so no viable target seen, right?
Well, not anymore. You move back.
That's right. So I'm gonna hold action.
Okay. Carlos.
What size of squares here?
10-foot squares.
Okay.
One of them had come forward to talk to you guys, so you can see him.
Okay, I'm going to move. Can I move forward 20 feet and still set off a spell?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to lightning bolt these bastards.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Where's the angle of your lightning bolt? You have to choose.
It's going to start with the lower left one and
Mhm.
arc up and catch as many as I can.
Zach, when you should have zigged. Wait a minute, that's one of our
Yeah.
characters. Our player's name, actually.
Roll damage. What's the saving throw?
DC.
Next is going to be Frida, and then Lev, and then Bash.
It's spell level plus level. I don't get it.
So it's 10 plus your bonuses plus level. So
My level or spell level?
spell level.
Okay. That's going to be this is which is figure just 5.
Okay.
21.
All right. Roll damage. Your damage was 21, you said?
No, that was easy. Oh, what a crap roll. 15 points. Save rate.
All right. Frida, your turn.
Carlos annoys them slightly.
Okay. Aiming directly into that narrow hallway. Fire strike.
Oh, yeah. Light him up, Frida.
Well, we had options. They didn't like them. That's lovely. Natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
So flame strike, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, where are you facing your flame strike at?
Center of mass.
If I can go ahead and step forward a bit around Garlos, I'll make sure that he doesn't end up in it, but straight into that hallway.
Okay, well, okay, this is the flame strike radius.
Ah, I see.
It's a
Well,
10-foot radius spell.
let's get those guys along the back wall.
Okay, so over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're stepping up over behind Carlos, casting flame strike. Roll damage, and what is the? Okay, I have your difficulty check base here. So flame strike is 4th level. So DC 16 for you. All right. Roll them damage, please.
I'm working on it.
Thank you. And then next up is going to be Mr. Levrenholder, and then Bash and LJ.
Can the evokers go on Lev's turn as well?
Yes, that is when the evokers go because they are under his command.
Okie doke. We're
Hold
all
on.
casting fire.
Hold on. Figure out what you're gonna do. If we just giving me damage real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, it takes a minute to roll all these dice.
It's
That's
it's
fine.
fun. It's like I know about how long it takes to roll a bunch of dice.
$53 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Okay, that was easy. Okay. 2 of them fall to the ground. The third one stands still after that hit. Lev, all right. Where exactly are you fireballing? Or are you
Lev
setting
is
dice for your
going
balls of
to
fire?
Lev is going to cast a fireball towards the back, towards that back line of them.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll run these separately.
Exploding fireball.
No, not an explosive one, just a regular one to start out with.
I love your exploding fireballs.
6, 12, 18, 24, 27, 30, 33, 38, and even 40 damage.
Okay.
Reflex save is 1922.
Scrum, there is no reflex save.
Okay. And what are the evokers doing?
They are also casting fireball.
Okay.
And you know what? Since those guys are all still standing, we'll do it in the same place. And what is their intelligence?
One of them has an intelligence bonus of +2. The other one's +1 or +4.
Okay, cool. 6, 12, 17, 20, 24, 28, 35. Reflex save 15.
Reflex save is 15.
Yeah, 10 plus spell level plus intelligence modifier.
Wow.
I know you're used to me having a +9 intelligence modifier, but these guys are not as big brained as me.
Okay. Save, like, kind of like do a slow ball. Just
7, 10, 16, 21, 5, 7. And then the other one does 30 damage, reflex save DC 17.
Okay. That's going to be the end of them.
yeah.
All right. And next up is Bash. Bash and Marvin.
Bash is gonna move up to not the first, but the second crack, kind of where it looks like there's a pathway, and just hold his action right there.
Okay. And LJ.
I hold my action for right now. I'm on the phone.
Okay. And their attacks.
Carlos's front line.
Sorry, I'm hiding behind you, but yeah.
It's okay. Just glad I got that armor that I did a while back.
I mean, I feel like if they were smart, they would just
What's
run
your
away
armor
at
class,
this
John?
point.
That's pretty good. He is going to throw a Tangler grenade at Frida, Lev, and Garlos. Each of you, I need a reflex save. And then these two are going to come in and attack Garlos.
Okay.
And they both missed.
25.
And Lev and when he gets back. All right, and then good job.
Big.
None of you are hit by Tanglers. And Blodgett. I need your action, Carrick's action, and the two clerics and the fighter.
We're moving forward, trying to get closer to where everybody is.
Okay.
And do we see anybody that needs to be healed right away from our group?
No one's been hit yet.
Okay. I think then
The
I think
fighter
they're
is
just...
able to charge, and considering he's going, he usually tries to charge as soon as possible. Goran, the fighter, he's right here. Did I give you the stats for these guys?
No.
Sorry.
Carlos will tell the ones in front of him, I am a paladin, and I'm looking for henchmen. If you will surrender and serve me, I will spare you.
I think Frederick has a held action on this.
You're asking a bunch of orcs to trust a paladin.
Somebody had a held action.
And we did trust them.
No, that's not a thing that exists in the universe. It's not.
Frederick, do I have a? I'm sorry, Vic. Do I have a held action remaining? If I recall correctly.
Yes, you have a held action. Goran is currently attacking, but you have a held action.
Okay.
Sorry, Suze, I'll send them to you, but
That's
go
okay.
ahead. Just do your attack. Roll for Goran, please. He's got a flail. He gets 2 attacks, plus 16, plus 11.
What the fuck? Is he attacking?
So I got a 25 and a 29 to hit.
Okay.
And what's that flail do? A D8 or something?
D8 plus 11.
Yeah, I guess that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Oh, I got 2. Plus 11?
Plus 11, yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back.
37 points of damage.
Welcome back.
Is that right?
All right. He... So that's one. Yeah, he's gonna drop All right. Yes, Joel, if Frederick wants to take his held action, he can.
Yeah, step northwest 5 feet and fire at 2 volleys at the remaining orc right there.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
On the head. Yeah, not a 1. So I'm pretty sure this guy's going down. That's something special about him. There you go.
There. All right, both of those hit. Roll damage, please. As soon as I just sent you his follower information.
Okay, so that's gonna be
Oh, email.
Facebook Messenger.
Oh, Facebook.
It's the easiest to get to.
Sure.
there you go, damage.
All right, he falls to the ground.
Take that front star frontiers.
And LJ, you had a held action.
Yeah, LJ. Well, they're dead now, so I guess he's going to.
There's
make
one
a
hiding over there.
full- Yeah, I'll have him make a full movement action towards that last guy.
Okay. All right. Top of the round, Frederick.
Oh. Okay. Like a break. But LJ was gonna do something there, but okay.
I was, but the guys I was going to do it to died.
Because of you. You killed him.
You stole my kills.
Frederick scans to the south and southeast.
I was going to recruit them, but they're all dead now.
Not all of them. There's one still alive you can recruit.
Don't
Carlos,
think
it's your turn.
If I don't see anything, I will make.
Carlos waves to the one that's off all by himself and says, would you like to join us or would you like to die?
He says, how about you die? I have 2 battle axes. You have a pretty face. Bring your pretty face over here to meet my battle axes.
Can't
Carlos
hear
is
you.
fine and attacks.
I'm sorry, whose turn is it? I'm sorry. I got that.
It is
yours, you're looking to the south.
Okay, yeah, so if I don't see anything to the south, I will move a little bit further to the southeast. And if anything, if I see anything within my vision.
Do you see the ship? Still the ship to the southeast. That's what you see. That's about it.
Kill it. No, just kidding. Okay. So I move 5 feet or so, something like that.
Yeah, I moved you 5 feet to the
5
southwest.
feet
Southeast.
action. That'll work.
Okay, dokie. What you got, John? That hits. Roll damage. And then Frida, you're next.
I'm going to hold action, and I think everybody's got this well in hand.
Okay. Is that with the +5 from the Holy Avenger? Okay. All right, Lev, your turn.
Lev's turn. Hey, yeah, I'm going to hold action too.
All right. Next up is Bash. Ben, you're still in the back. You've got a bunch of other guys running around back up near the front of the party. And
Ben, are you there?
he's down in the darkness.
Oh, sorry, what's up?
Okay. 9 does not hit on the second attack. Oh, 19. Okay. Hold on 1 second, Ben. No, it does not. All right. Bash, it is your move.
Bash will continue to hold action.
For heaven's sake. We're all holding action.
Okay. Your go.
I kill him, Victor.
Pretty much that's what's going to happen. Do you want to roll? You don't have to.
Sure. You know what? I haven't rolled attacks for LJ tonight. I'm going to do that.
Okay. By all means.
Victor does a 40 and a 34 hit.
Yes, they do.
Cool. So he takes 33 damage from 2 attacks.
Alrighty. That's enough. He'll fall to the ground dead. All right.
So
You
how's about
have
that refund?
12 dead space orcs with funky helmets and great axes lying on the ground around you.
Let's loot the bodies.
You kind of feel a little dumb.
Sorry?
They do feel pretty dumb. I was talking to Ben. Fortunately, their death masks their stupidity. So, although some of them are like, we bravely went to our deaths. So it's that whole bluster thing. They're like, yeah, I'm dead, but I died on my feet. I died fighting, not like some sissy human.
Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, they do. All right. Give me a search check if you want to. Exactly. You give me a search check if you want to loot the bodies.
I'm going to let somebody else loot the bodies because my search sucks.
I will work on that right now.
Okie dokie. Looting the bodies is a tricky business because the fireball set off several of the tangler grenades.
Sorry
So
about
the
that.
dead bodies are wrapped in
I
a
got a
bunch of
39.
goop.
You mean they're covered in silly string?
If silly string made you unable to escape, yes.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant, Victor.
Covered in silly string and shard. In other
Charred
words,
silly string.
in other words,
Blodgett.
barbacoa.
You find 2 intact circular discs that they were throwing, and you find 1 stone.
One what?
Go ahead, John.
I was going to say, can Carlos please have one of those discs?
Oh, by all means. What was the last thing I
Thank you.
found?
The last thing you found was a looks like a sending stone.
Oh, okay.
Useful.
Yep. I wonder who it's sending to.
That's the other half of it. You got to find the other stone, and then it's actually a useful thing.
Yeah.
Can't we just talk to the people on the other end of the stone and ask them to bring it to us?
No.
No.
Give that stone to Bash.
We would like to extend your warranty on your armor.
You have won the sweepstakes?
We have a
Meet us in the tunnel for your prize?
CPI. We have a warrant for your address.
I'm a Nubian prince. I
All
need
right,
to
you
get
guys have successfully removed a bunch of Orogs, space orcs from the dungeon. What else do you guys?
Victor, you got to put us against some telemarketers, seriously.
No.
It's too high a level for this party.
Ah.
That's just cruel and unusual punishment.
Which end? That's the question I had.
Okay, well, with that, I need to go. It's 10
All
o'clock.
right.
Bye-bye.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
We're at a good stopping point.
Good night.
Yep.
That's a pretty
Good
good
night,
stuff.
guys.
Funny.
I should probably dodge off too.
Yeah, I gotta go.
So no, let's not worry about who killed who.
We won't. And
This is a happy dungeon.
I am exhausted as well, so
Good night, everyone.
And
Good
exhausted.
night, all.
that's
Well, have a good night.
All right, get some rest, guys, and we will torture you anon. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, all right, all
This is
right.
really important. No, this is really important. Next week we're off because it is June 27th, and I'm going to be just arriving at the camp. The week after that is July 4th, and we would be gaming on July 4th. Are you guys okay to game on July? Actually, I may not be okay to game on July 4th.
I'm
I
okay
think
either
that would
way.
be,
Victor.
but let us know what happens.
Yeah,
I'm
I
okay.
think I'm gonna call a no on that.
Okay.
We'll be end up taking 2 weeks off because last time, July 4th, we had a lot of problems.
Yeah,
There was
I remember that.
So we're gonna take 2 weeks off, and we will be back July 11th. And I will definitely send out flares before we. I'll definitely send out flares before we go again, so everybody.
Sounds like a plan.
Just think
Everybody have a good 2 weeks.
Yep. You guys have a good night.
Mind flayers to us, Victor.
Exactly. This is gonna be our summer break.
Yay.
Okay, yay, summer break.
The whole party goes to Padre Island.
Why the fuck would we do that? That's worse than the Underdark.
Oh, I've got it. Let's game anyway, but we'll do a beach episode.
All
That's it.
right, bye guys. Good night.
See
Bye.
ya.
Okay, bye-bye.
Got any special secrets? What's going on with that legend lore, Victor?
Logic had a good one.
You're muted and coming in over John's.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I can't find it. Logic's secret that they found wizards.
Wait, what?
I don't know. But Blodgett thinks that there's a red wizard involved.
The fuck is a red wizard?
Red Wizards of Thay.
No,
A bunch
okay.
of bastards.
Great.
They're interesting bastards, but they're bastards.
They're absolute bastards. But that's what Blodgett found. I thought it was a pretty good bit.
That would explain the comment about Red Wizards.
Hmm.
And here I thought Suzanne just recognized a name from lore.
Yeah. The legend lore that he got was basically a very, very, very old. When the book was written, oh, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
That's some good shit then.
Yeah. good shit, but can't really tell what it means. I guess we have to find the place that it was showing me.
Yeah.
Or find someone who knows about the place that it's showing you.
True. All right, we're turning around and going back to the library.
Good call.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, get some rest, guys. We'll catch you next
All right.
time.
Yeah. See y'all in a couple of weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.